just another day.
Let's move on and let's talk about health, because we had a conversation and you really hit it so the nail on the head with that the conversation that we had in terms of health and diabetes. And tell us a little bit about what happened in the lab and how we saw Angie, who was a heavier Angie, and now we see Angie so small, but people just assumed diet. Talk a little bit about Celebrity Fit Club that you were on.
You know, when I joined Celebrity Fit Club, I had hit a mark in my life where I was over 200 pounds. Something I was not proud of, but at the same time, I had hidden the very secret that caused me to get to that weight. Working for a very prestigious hospital, which serves as a school as well, I worked in a lab quite a few years ago, and there was a chemical spill that spilled a germ that made sarcoidosis airborne in the space that I was in. And being trapped in a room with no windows, I was exposed to the germ. I was asked when I went to the doctor, had I ever been to Africa? And at the time, I'd never been to Africa because there was a germ that was exposed that actually came from a tree sap. And that disease happened to be sarcoidosis, which a lot of people are, you know, coming up to date with, but it wasn't hereditary. No one in my family had it. And my eyes were being strained, and it was after that chemical spill that I went to the doctor over and over and over, being constantly mistreated for, at my young age, for arthritis and every other thing that would cause my joints to swell and ache. Lo and behold, I went to the eye doctor, and they biopsied my eyes to find out, you know, obviously that I had been exposed to something that came from an African tree sap. But at the time I was working for the hospital. I was in line for a permanent job with great benefits. I was told after they discovered the spill that they wasn't going to hire me and kind of sent on my way. Well, as a result, I was exposed to sarcoidosis, which I had for many, many years, and was put on prednisone. The highest milligram at the time was 60 milligrams, and I stayed on that drug for 12 years. I gained 40 pounds in 1 month, and I became overweight, and I could not exercise. I could not go to the gym and lose the weight because the pill only makes you bigger. The prednisone, made you bigger. Also having diabetes that was induced by prednisone. And I was right at the pinnacle of my career, starting off with the group vertical hold. I was a beautiful size 11 before the exposure to the prednisone. As a result, the world saw me as an obese woman, and I had to wear that. But, you know, God doesn't do anything without a plan A, a plan B, or a plan C. So I was a trial and an error for me to go through and to come through. And as a result, I was treated for sarcoidosis, taking those prednisone pills for years, which still affected my life because now I'm a diabetic. And being a diabetic, you can retain a lot of fluid. So that brought about high blood pressure as well. So an African American, so to speak, disease. However, I'm back down to my size because God removed it from my body completely. And as I heard that Bernie Mac's manager contacted me because I think Bernie Mac knew of me and following Angie Stone. And before his passing away, I was told that he was very, very interested in doing some work with Angie Stone. And as a result, I'd like to champion Bernie Mac, who actually succumbed to the disease. But I am here to say that I have not had a trace of sarcoidosis in over 10 years at this point. So I'm very happy that God healed my body. But
Absolutely.
It's been a struggle because for many years I was not able to tell the world this was an issue because I was with the label, Clive Davis and J Records, who really believed in the skinny on the skinny. And do I think it hurt my career? Absolutely, because I think a lot of people saw me as a big girl that had a fly guy that walked this walk and like, how does she do that and why did it happen for her? But that was one of the reasons I kept the secret, because I did not want anybody to know of my health issues.
And I remember you on Celebrity Fit Club. Now, I'm just thinking, we women, we are so private about our weight. You know, when we put a scale in the room, we check and make sure Nobody's around. That's
Right.
a private moment.
How did I do that?
And how did you? Was it very hard for you to have to weigh in on a weekly basis? And Harvey being the way Harvey was on the show, and it's already hard to lose weight, of course, and then just have that just all over millions of people watching it.
It wasn't hard for me because I knew I had to challenge myself at some point. The prednisone was gone away, and now was no excuse to still have the weight on. So I had to work to lose the weight. In order to do that, Celebrity Fit Club was my biggest self-challenge, and it was like, okay, you get before the world, you show them your dirty laundry, now you gotta do something about it. So that was the way that I positioned that, and as you can see, it worked.
Yes, it did, and congratulations too, because
Thank
you are still listed as, the second, you lost 18 pounds.
Yes.
So you are the second highest pound loser.
On that particular season, but I was the lowest. I lost the least amount of weight during the season, but I can almost assure you that I'm probably one of the ones that have lost the most weight and maintained the loss.
Wow. Well, that is wonderful, wonderful. Health and diabetes, and are you still part of FACE?
I'm actually no longer on the campaign, but I did the campaign for 3 years. It was Fearless African Americans Connected and Empowered. So you're getting plugged even under this guy's. Anthony Anderson is now one of the spokespersons for the organization, but I had a great run going from community to community, really talking about Eli Lilly and Company and how they're giving away all of this stuff for us. And I still champion all of my neighborhoods, all of my people to find out about this disease. And you can go to face-diabetes.com. I'm sure they're still listed under that. But it's Fearless African Americans Connected and Empowered. It's one of the most positive things I've done with my career. It's just making people aware of it.
You can make it. Do what you gotta do, baby.
Angie Stone's latest studio CD. It's entitled Rich Girl. And of course she has the female anthem on there. It's called Back Up Plan. Girl, I truly love this song.
Thank you. Thank you.
I truly love this song. Now, what was the influence behind Rich Girl?
Well, Rich Girl for me means rich in spirit, rich in life, rich in purpose, all the great things involving richness. Some may think monetarily, but it's not that. Anyway, what inspired this was working with a young lady by the name of Yana Crawley, who wrote Rich Girl, gave me the title that I needed for the album, and helped me to build. Absolutely, helped me to build the storyboard. Everything else was just dedication, hard work. Is what I do. It's what I've always done, and the inspiration comes from the people, my fans, as well as my own situation. So, one of them good moments.
It's definitely a female anthem. And do you have a favorite song on the CD?
I actually love Guilty. I think that's a great song. I think I Can't Take It is a great song. But I'd have to say the greatest feeling record is All Right and Rich Girl.
All Right and Rich Girl. Okay. Well, it is in stores now, everyone. It is Rich Girl. You definitely got to get yourself a copy of this.
Absolutely. You can go and download it. It's on iTunes as well. You don't even have to go into the store. So
that's
go and download it on iTunes and call me and let me know what's up. Hit me on Twitter @RealAngieStone. I hit you that.
I know that's right. Hit her up on Twitter, people. Please get the real Angie Stone.
Okay.
That's the one singing on this.
@RealAngieStone. For sure. It is.
Now it is time for fan questions. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Want to know what the fans want to know about Miss Angie Stone. So let's start with, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food, I think, is cabbage. I
Is
love
it?
cabbage.
Really?
I love
Oh, you're
cabbage.
so good. Do you have any guilty pleasure type food?
I don't. I really, you know, if
Chocolate,
I had to.
sweets? No?
No chocolates. My one fetish is Krispy Kreme donuts. If I had to have a moment, it would be that. That's about one of the top sweets I like.
Cool. Now, if you had an alter ego, what would it be?
Ooh, my alter ego would probably be Cleopatra Jones.
And why?
Well, because I love what she said. I'm not tall, so I really want to make myself look tall, lean, and just fierce. But when you're talking alter ego, I'm probably a librarian.
Oh, with the little...
A dynamic librarian with a hidden agenda to be superwoman. Okay?
I know that's right. What turns you on?
What I think turns me on is a person who knows how to romance me. A turn on, and I'm not talking about, you know, swindle me into the bedroom, but I'm just talking about a pure romantic. I love that. That turns me on.
What turns you off?
Somebody who is not romantic at all.
They just don't understand.
They just don't get it. It's a turn off.
Absolutely. What is your favorite person to follow on Twitter?
My favorite person to follow on Twitter. You know, it varies with me. It really varies because I go from artist to artist. If I had to follow anybody on Twitter, I'd follow Angie Stone at Real Angie Stone on Twitter. Only because I want to know who's trying to reach out for me.
Yeah.
And but if I had to have another person that I'd follow my boyfriend on Twitter.
Okay. That is so cute. That is so sweet.
Trying to see who's twitting him. Okay.
Yes, keep it on straight and lock. What is your favorite thing to splurge on?
Oh my God, I am a shopaholic. My favorite thing to splurge on is shoes and bags. Shoes and bags.
Yes. Yes. What's your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show is Lifetime Movie Network. Anything on there is good to me. I'm a Lifetime girl.
Is sex better now or before?
Sex is always good, but I have to say it all depends on the mood I'm in. Sometimes, you know, lately sex been kind of good. I can say.
So what's your freak number? From 1 to 10?
Oh, 10. I'm a 10. If I had to go there, you know, sometimes you feel like it and sometimes you don't.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Oh, you don't want that. You don't want to know that.
Uh-oh.
That can get me in trouble. So I'm going to just keep it in the car in the lane. Scared somebody, the wrong person might see this interview, but I do have a celebrity crush. Oh.
But we're going to keep it on lock.
Keep it on lock.
Okay, we're going to keep that on lock. Well, really, that's it for all of the fan questions. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me on Behind the Mic Live. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you for having me. It's been fun. I can't wait until we can chop it up as girlfriends,
And
you know?
shop for some
That's
shoes
right.
and
That's
some
right.
bags. And,
That's right.
And I got to get that polish you got on them toes.
I know.
Because it's hot.
Okay.
It's hot, but definitely everyone pick up the CD Rich Girl by our girl, Angie Stone. And there's something that I would like to close the show with. And it's a motto you have on Twitter. Do you remember that? I love it.
Stop putting a question mark where God
Yes,
is put
there you
period.
go. So this is Angie Stone, everyone. We're going to leave you with this motto by Angie Stone.
Stop putting a question mark where God has put a period.
There you go. Stop putting a question mark where God has put a period. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with us on Behind the Mic Live. My girl, Angie Stone, I mean, she's a true BF. We have solidified this. And this is the CD. It's called Rich Girl. It's on iTunes, and it's in a store near you. Make sure you pick it up. We'll see you next time.
Every woman's got a backup plan. If you ever start acting crazy, you know if there's a maybe. Every woman's got a backup plan.
trampoline halfway to the side.
Keep it real with you. There ain't no difference in the men that we're attracted to. No job, no house, no car, and an attitude.
You see, I left you there behind the line. Y'all heard it first. You hear us singing over here, right? Okay, then I got you.
Hey,
got you.
Throw me in there somewhere.
Okay, just a blitz.
Right. Timmy, yeah.
You